Hi, I'm Michelle Thompson, your host for Pecan Pie. Today, we're located at the Lake House in Lake Carolina. And by the way, welcome to Season 2. Today is all about Miss South Carolina, Megan Gordon. Megan Gordon, Miss South Carolina.
Yes.
Welcome to Pecan Pie.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, before we get started, Megan, because I know there's a lot of story to tell about you. Let's say hello to my sweetie pies. Sweetie pies, they're my viewers. They've been with me from the start. Mm-hmm. They've been supporting me and encouraging me and motivating me. So let's just say hello to the sweetie pies.
Hey, sweetie pies.
Hey, sweetie pies.
How are you?
Thank you for following us today as we begin Season 2 of Pecan Pie. Yes. Now, Megan, let's get right into it. You grew up in North Augusta, is that right?
Yes, very small town girl, very humble beginnings in North Augusta. Yep.
Okay, so you grew up in North Augusta, and when you were about 14 years old, if I'm not mistaken, you decided, you know what? I think I want to enter pageants.
Right.
I want to see what the pageant world is all about.
Yes.
What made you decide at that particular time in your life that this was something that you wanted to take on?
Well, I wasn't like the show Toddlers and Tiaras where they started when they're like 5. So I got a little late start in the industry, but when I did make that decision, it was more so something that I wanted just to do to better myself. When I saw those girls on that stage, when I would watch Miss USA, when I would watch Miss America, when I would even watch girls compete at my high school pageant, when I saw that confidence and I saw just that poise and how they were received by the audience, I was like, I gotta do that one day. Like, that is something that I can do.
Wow.
So I went for it. I didn't win, but it was a great experience and it was a lot of fun. And from then on, I just kept working at it.
So you built at it. You started off at 14 and you perfected yourself.
Yes.
And each time you entered a pageant, you made gains. And now you're Miss South Carolina.
Now I'm Miss South Carolina USA. Literally, like I always said, I want to walk across that Miss USA stage, and the fact that my time has come, it's really surreal.
Wow, that's awesome. You know, a lot of people think that pageants it's just about beauty, beautiful clothes. You know, they don't really realize that there's a lot of hard work that goes into being a pageant contestant and preparing for a pageant.
Right.
Share with our viewers, what is it like preparing for a pageant?
You know, I did not just wake up one morning and say, you know, I'm going to head down to Charleston. I'm going to go compete for Miss South Carolina, and we're just going to see what happens. No, it's a lot of work. And I think a lot of people dismiss the mental preparation that it takes. It's so much more than beauty. And I think that's something that people may be scared of. Like, I'm not as pretty as her. I'm not as tall as her. I shouldn't do this pageant. But if only you knew that if your intelligence, your community service, your heart, all those play a part in it as well. And that was something I was excited to learn as I got further into the industry. Because I definitely wasn't the prettiest on the stage the night I won. So to win, obviously, that was more to it than just the outer.
And what about physical challenges? I mean, do you have to work out? Yes. Do you have a personal trainer?
Well, being with South Carolina, I am allotted a workout sponsor, Angelo Frazier. He's awesome. But leading up to Miss South Carolina, it was actually on my own. I'm not a huge gym girl, but I do like yoga. I do like Pilates. And as far as eating right, I love a good slice of pizza. But instead of eating the whole pizza, I just have one slice. So everything in moderation. But it's definitely a lot of physical preparation as well.
So it sounds like that's where the discipline comes in.
For me, for sure. Instead of stopping by getting some fries, you know, try and get your vegetables.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I want to talk about your titles so that people can really understand what those titles mean. Okay, so in 2014, you were Miss Collegiate America, Miss Southeast, and Distinguished Young Woman of Aiken, South Carolina in 2012.
Yes.
What do those titles really mean, and what work went into you winning those titles?
Each thing that I do in life, pageantry, whatever, it's to set a goal for myself. And in those setting goals for myself, I really work towards bettering myself. And when I won Miss Collegiate America, a huge honor, national title, it was a lot of beautiful girls from colleges across the nation. Distinguished Young Woman of Aiken County was a great honor in high school. And just other things that I've done, working up towards it was definitely a lot of mental preparation, as I stated earlier. And And I just wanted to set a goal for myself. And these were things that I did my own research on, like what pageants are coming up that I can get involved in, what pageants stand for my moral values and that I would want to represent. And those came up, and God aligned it that I won, and it was a great experience. So Thank you to all those pageant directors. They built me up to this point.
Wow. That's awesome, Megan. I tell you, you're a remarkable lady.
Thank you.
I'm impressed sitting here just listening to everything that you've accomplished. One of the things that you've accomplished that I'm like, wait, that's way cool. You've been to India.
Yes.
What was it like visiting India?
India, I got to make it back there. That trip changed my life. I think I came back to the States a better person, a more aware person. I'm definitely more present because the things that I saw over there are things that we take for granted every day. Clean water, shoes. It was more so a mission-based trip, so I got to see the beautiful sides of India and the not so beautiful sides. And I think it really, really humbles you.
Wow.
Talk about experiences that bring you back to earth and give you some perspective. That trip changed it for me. So
wow.
Yeah. Wow. And I think that's what traveling does in general, right? Like you get to see so many other people. Life in the world is so much bigger than South Carolina. I love to be representing the best state, but it's so much bigger than that. And I've learned that at a young age. So my travels helped me.
Yeah, I think it's very important that people travel outside of their state, outside of their town, outside of their community, because that's how you broaden your horizon. That's how you get culture, and that's how you get diversity. And like you stated, that's how you see what other people go through in the world and how you can really impact the world. You know, it can help you start a nonprofit foundation. It can help you with community work. Definitely. You know, so kudos to you for doing that. You know, Megan, a lot of career choices that we have allow us to segue into another profession or career. And entering pageants has allowed you to segue into modeling for magazines and companies. So what has that been like?
Well, I was doing my high school pageant, and there was a couple, I say scouts, but they're really just like people who knew other people. It's all about who you know. But they introduced me to some modeling people in the industry, and that door was open for me. So I was so grateful because I always kind of wanted to do that as well. So God was just, aligning me again to meet those people at that time. Yeah. And it opened the door.
Well, do you feel like modeling is something that you would like to continue in?
Oh my gosh, yes. I've been blessed with some amazing jobs and blessed to meet some amazing people and work for great companies. And I'm signed with a good agency right now, Directions and Halo. And so thank you to those. They have some good jobs with them. But I definitely would love to see what other doors would open with that.
Wow, that's great. See, you have just a beautiful, bright future in store for you. You know, that's great. You're very much an inspiration to young people and older people because you're a person who goes after their dreams. And a lot of times when we don't go after our dreams, they never come to fruition. We're kind of like just coasting along.
Yeah.
So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is something that's near and dear to you. And to me, you deserve another kudos for that because we live in a world that's very selfish. But one of the things you enjoy is serving and giving to others.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
That sounds like my onstage question when it was down to the top 5 from South Carolina. They asked, like, what would you bring unique to the title if you were to win tonight? And my answer, the first thing that popped in my head, and me and God talked about this before, God, it was presented to me, why do you even want to win? And I want to serve others. I want to show girls that look like me, that, may be out there doubting themselves, doubting their talents and their gifts to the world. Don't. You have to believe in yourself. There's so many times I looked at myself and I was like, I'm not the person for this job, but you definitely can achieve anything that you put your mind to and your work to, for sure.
Yeah, I like what you said, and I like the fact that you directed it to young girls.
Yes.
Because a lot of young girls, they have...
It's so much pressure. It's so much pressure. And I think on top of the pressure that we receive from media and just life in general, I think we put so much more pressure on ourselves, and we got to lighten up, and we got to just, stay strong in who we are and keep on to our dreams.
Right. And what would you tell a young girl who's listening to you right now? She has dreams. She's listening to all of your words of encouragement. However, she feels like, I can't be Megan. I can't do it because Megan's life is not my life. Her story is not my story. Maybe you can share a little bit about your story so that they can see, okay, maybe your stories are different,
Right.
but what you have in common is that you can pull yourself up and you can move forward.
Yeah, like don't aspire to be me, aspire to be better. You're not me and I'm not you, and that's the beauty of life. That's why God made us all very different and unique, and he blessed us with all different talents and something special to bring to the world. So if you don't share that talent, then you'd be doing yourself a disservice and your community. So don't look at me and say, if I'm not like that, then I'm not successful. Find your own treasure in your own heart, in your own dream, and work towards it. And I'm here to inspire you to do that, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be pageants.
It's whatever you're passionate
Yes.
about, whatever you believe in.
Yes.
And don't let friends or family deter you.
Exactly.
Stay the course.
Exactly.
Right. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is being Miss South Carolina. It's something that you've dreamed about for a long time. And so now this is your reign. It's your year.
Mm-hmm.
It's your time, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
How do you plan on impacting the state, the community, and for the most part, let's just say the whole entire United States? How do you plan on impacting everyone during your reign?
I like how you said the whole United States. Let's claim that together, Miss
We
USA.
claim it.
Back to what I was saying about service. I think it's so important to not just take this title, okay, I got a shiny crown and a sash and I'm on my way, I'm good. No, it means nothing to me if I can't reach back and help someone else to their dreams, or I can't talk to a young group of girls and show them that they can too be successful in whatever they put their minds to. So my reign is definitely centered around that. I want to bring confidence and care and class to the girls that I speak to, and I want to instill that in them, and I want them to believe in themselves.
I like what you said, confidence in class, because a lot of times, unfortunately, we see young girls, the things that they do, the clothing, the dancing, sometimes it's fun and it's okay, but then there's a time and place for that.
Right.
What advice would you give to young people in regards to social media and how it can impact you in a negative way or positive way?
Well, don't twerk on social media. No, I'm kidding. Express yourself, be who you are, but always keep in mind, okay, is this going to propel me to where I want to be ultimately in life? 5 years from now, maybe even next month, if someone were to watch this or see this post, is this something I would be proud of? Is this something that I would present this to God? Would I present this to my community? Would I be proud of presenting this to my parents? And even when you look at yourself in the mirror, am I proud of when I'm posting the messages that I'm sending out there? Because just like I'm inspiring you, you're inspiring someone. You may not know it. You may not even recognize that, but someone's always watching. So be very mindful of that and always think of your future and the legacy you want to leave.
That was very good advice.
Yeah.
I hope you guys heard that, you sweet guys, because that was very good advice from Megan, and I can definitely tell that came from the heart.
It is. Social
really
media can be tricky, but don't fall in all the traps. Just stay true to yourself.
Right. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Okay, so your next upcoming pageant, is it Miss USA?
Miss USA.
Miss USA. So how are you preparing for Miss USA?
Oh my goodness. I'm okay, so obviously you have to work out. I mean, that's just a given. Angela's going to get me into shape. I'm definitely doing a lot of makeup practice on myself and all that good stuff, but the mental preparation is kind of what I've been, really honing in on. I've been reading a lot and praying and meditating and doing all those good things. So hopefully my mind will be there and everything else will follow suit.
Wow. So do you have someone who asks you a bunch of random questions so you can come up with an impromptu answer? So
I'm having interview prep for sure. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I definitely have some interview sponsors, people who have been in the industry and they know the game and they know the random questions that could be thrown at you. So I've definitely been working with some people with that as well.
Good.
And even moments like this help me. Just how you're bouncing questions off. So thank you.
That's what Pecan Pie is here for.
Yes.
Yep. So let's find out about this, Megan. Okay, the lights are down. The pageants are over. Where is Megan? What are you doing?
Let's see. The pageant life is over. Megan will be at peace with herself, successful in whatever God allows her to do. I did just graduate with my nursing degree, so I'd love to practice more with that and give back in that way. And I'd also love to to empower young women. Maybe a business is in the making. Who knows?
So that means that there's more to come.
There's so much more to come.
Yes.
For sure.
Well, you know that your Sweetie Pies, they want to follow you. They want to support you. They want to root you on.
Thank you, girl.
You know? So how do they follow you? Yes.
Here we go. So back to social media. Instagram is at Miss SCUSA. Same with Twitter. Facebook, just look up Miss South Carolina USA and like that page. It's a fan page. And for emails, for anyone who would like for me to come to an appearance or come to your school, just email me at missscusa2017@gmail.com.
I think you should say that one again.
Say it again.
Yes.
Email at missscusa2017@gmail.com.
Okay.
Did I say that right?
Yes,
Okay.
because I want them to come and request you. That's why I wanted you to say it again.
Don't be afraid.
Yes.
I email back.
Yes. Okay, so, you know, I like leaving my Sweetie Pies with something that's inspirational and very motivating, you know, because sometimes, like you said, we don't know how we impact someone else's life. Someone can be having a bad day, but they hear a word or a comment from us and it lifts them up. Well, there's a statement from you that's very encouraging, and I want you to just expand upon it a little bit more for our viewers, okay? Megan says, have faith, work hard, and always remain true to yourself. Everything else will fall into place. So let me read it again. Have faith, work hard, and always remain true to yourself. Everything else will fall into place.
Have faith. When you're making goals for yourself and you're looking at your dreams, you may look at it and say, I don't have a game plan for this. I have no idea how I'm going to get there. But just have that faith and be able to work hard. That moves into working hard. Faith without works is dead. So if you are willing to work hard, willing to put yourself out there and be an instrument for God to use, you will be successful. And if you just stay true to yourself, I promise you, no one can do you better than you can. And God made you for a reason. So hold true to that. Stay true to yourself. Have that faith. And put the work with it, and you will be successful.
Yeah. You know, that was very beautiful, Megan.
But
one of the things that I noticed with all of your answers, that there is a relationship with God. You quote a scripture, or you say, pray to God. So I take it that you grew up
very much so.
in a Christian household.
Definitely. I was in the church every Sunday, most Wednesdays, and it definitely helped me a lot through the struggles of life. Every day isn't just pageantry and glamorous and awesome. There are some struggles that life, you know, inevitably will bring. And with that, you have to have something to fall back on. You have to have something bigger than you to believe in, because you can't solve all your problems. There's only one being that can do that, and that's God. So yeah, he's definitely helped me, and he's here for all of us.
So it's okay to have a relationship with God.
Absolutely.
It's okay to go to Him in prayer.
It's more than okay. It's needed. There's no way you're going to make it through this life without looking outside of yourself for some strength.
Yeah. You heard it, guys, from Miss South Carolina herself, Megan Gordon. You know, Megan, we're out here on the lake. It's beautiful. The weather is great. You know, I really appreciate you being here today on Pecan Pie. This has been a great interview. We'll be rooting for you. We'll be following you on social media. Go Megan, go Megan. Miss USA.
Yes. Claim it.
We claim it. Representing our state in a beautiful way.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I'm Michelle Thompson.
I'm Megan Gordon, Miss South Carolina USA.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.